Test. Welcome to WFM Radio. This is In Between Pieces, brought to you by Writings from Michael, where I discuss entrepreneurship from the lens of an artist and business mindset. This conversation is made with love and joy for your mission, your purpose, your calling, and your journey. Welcome with love. Peace. All right, so we are back with episode 21. Other way around, 21. There it is. Episode 21, WFM Radio In Between Pieces. I'm your host, Michael G. Simpson. Man, I'll get right into it, man. It's not about views. What is this guy? Yo, it's not about the views, right? It's the viewpoint. I like that, actually. It's not about the views, it's the viewpoint. And I feel like social media has been for the best, and honestly, it has been for the worst, because a lot of life is dictated behind social media, right? And how do you navigate this space as a creative, knowing that social media now plays a heavy part into it? I'll give you a quick story. A couple weeks ago, shout out to Che Morales, part of Vista Print. He had me come out to Soho Warehouse one of the Saturday nights. And I came out, and I don't go out at all. And anyone who knows me in my circle, I really don't go out at all. I stick to a pretty crucial routine. I work, go to the gym, spend time with wifey, and I'm always doing just WFM, basically, my baby. And so I made it just a note to go out that night just because it was part of the Vista Print OG Gallery magazine. Yo, he said it'd be dope time to come out, get a little pamphlet of it. So it was, for me, it had purpose behind me going out to the Soho Warehouse. But I had a conversation with a gentleman, I forgot his name at the time, and we were talking about social media. He did mention that he wants to kind of play behind the scenes a little bit. Now, hearing that, I really respect that, right? The sense of being an artist and just kind of just old school artistry was behind. There was no cameras, right, to record everything. There was no being in front of the camera now. Like, to me, this is kind of breaking the mold of like, all right, yeah, I'm an artist, man, 100% entrepreneur. I'm a creative, but I do enjoy just being able to facilitate and orientate a message just like this, because sometimes there's times where the only way to get across the message is just like this, in front of a mic, in front of a camera, boom. It hits to the point, it's straight, streamlined. Whereas some other creativity in me has to be at the drawing board. So in a time where social media plays into it, where like, yeah, it can be seen as like almost narcissistic in a way that you want to post yourself, but I really see it as documenting the process, one. I see it as sharing, two. And I see it as three is we're breaking the mold, per se, right? I mean, we live in a content world, and instead of turning the TV on nowadays, we turn on our phone. Now, within that, there are times when we gotta stay locked in, put the phone down, right? Get away from the phone, just create the drawing board. I'm all for that. But the times when now social media has played this like view count, right? I remember being in college when social media, or I say Instagram, is just now kind of hitting to the forefront. And that was 2011, I believe it was, when I first made like an Instagram account. And I'm like, I don't remember even MySpace, I don't remember thinking about the views, right? Or that even playing into people's psyche, right? The more views, the better it looks almost, right? It's kind of like, it's like subconscious that it's hot, right? When that's far from the case. And don't worry about the view count. I remember when our Instagram account, right, the Writers from Michael account, it was posted at 600 followers, and not to say you need followers to have any impact, because you really don't, right? I think how many transients I meet on a weekly basis. We live in LA, man. There is a complex issue with the homeless rate, which needs to be fixed, which needs to be curated and healed. But I have some of the most intriguing conversations with transients, honestly. And it comes from, did they worry about a view count? Like how many views they got? It goes to perspective of how we live our lives based upon views. Even if you were dating, it's like, the view count to see if a person looks good or not. Why we get our value based on a thing that's really fantasy, right? It has nothing to do with the integrity, the value, and what the love you actually bring forth, because it's really just a number that's made up, right? It's really just a number that's based upon what this app has provided for us. It has nothing to do with the actual impact of what you're saying or what you're delivering to the message. So we can't allow almost this view count and this views to really subside what the true message is and the true impact is. Don't get lost in the sauce, right? Getting lost in the sauce is worrying about how many view counts you have. Just stay consistent. Just stay on the path, right? Sometimes what I do early on was post and don't worry about who's liking it, who's not liking it, right? For me, when you're doing good work and you may have people who know what you do, they're not liking it, it does hurt sometimes, right? You may have the other contrary too, where you're not getting the views you thought you should have, but who cares? Just keep on going. Keep on posting, because it only takes the right person at the right time to see that and to make something out of it, right? The whole point, if you had 2 views, right? Junior has said this before the video. If you have 40 people share something, or you have 40 people in views, that's 40 people who have heard your stuff for the first time, or maybe the second time. That's dope. Even if 35 people had just saw it, imagine 35 people came into your workspace or into your house just to hear what you had to say. That's a lot of people. Hey, man, y'all need to get out of my house. 35, so let alone 10,000, a million views. Or, I'm just saying, it's really just a number. Let's get caught up in the message and the viewpoint. Let the rest take care of itself. I'm a firm believer when it comes from a true place, right, and it comes from a true place of heart, and you're really creating, you're really delivering on whatever you're doing, right? Whatever your medium is, it's going to hit at a certain point, because the consistency is compounding. And when things compound like stocks, right, over time, what do? They grow. And we want to just grow through this, not just have a viewpoint. And where's the longevity in that, though, right? We want longevity, prosperity, right? Sustainability, man. We want to be 95, still alive, looking good, feeling good. So it's not about the view count, it's the viewpoint. I'm going to leave it like that. And if we get stuck into this, what are the views? First of all, stress is one of the heaviest killers in this world. Stress. And it's not even physical. It's tangible that you have brought upon yourself. Stress we don't need. Stress is a killer. So you're bringing stress upon your life that you don't need. And sometimes you can give that energy off to your family, your friends. Why would you want to do that? Right? You're creating anxiety in your mind, right? In a time where mental health is truly a focal point, you're putting worries in your mind that don't exist. Sometimes the biggest worries are not even actual existent. They're just in your mind. It goes to show how powerful the mind is. So let's not even get caught up into it. Like I said before, I remember this was 600 followers, and just by staying consistent, just keep on going. Who cares about that? Like, the whole point is to change someone's life and really wow, I feel better from this. That's the true objective. That's the true goal, and to help, aid, and be of service, right? We're all servants, right? All on borrowed time. We're just servants, man. Let's keep on serving with purpose. I'll leave off with that, man. Not about the views. It's the viewpoint. Much love. Keep on creating with no distractions. Peace. And you just listened to WFM Radio In Between Pieces. Please like, subscribe, download, and spread this conversation with love and joy. Keep going on your mission, your purpose, your calling, and your journey. Much love.